Speaking of Canelo, you think he beats Mbilli?
Yeah, I think he's going. If Canelo's who he still is, I think he'll beat him easy work. I don't find Mbilli to be. Listen, he fought my brother Sergey Derenchenko. Sergey Derenchenko tore his bicep and still hurt him in the later rounds with one hand. Come on, man. Like,
Mbilli can be found defensively, but you know I don't want to dump on Mbilli. He's definitely fun and good for the division, good for boxing. I don't think he presents any issues whatsoever for Canelo.
Mbilli says he views this as a 50-50 fight. What percentage chance do you give him to beat you in this fight?
0.
Why do you say 0? Nothing he does impresses you?
No, he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but my mind is 0%.
You know, Mbilli, Mbilli fight that he's gonna be fighting, he gonna piece Mbilli ass up. Ooh, he gonna piece him up.
The boxing world is on high alert as Canelo Alvarez, looking to re-establish his dominance at super middleweight, finds himself locked in the crosshairs of Christian Mbilli, an undefeated powerhouse who marches forward like a human wrecking ball. Fans are split, debating whether young, relentless aggression can finally shatter the reign of a modern legend. But behind the scenes, elite fighters, Hall of Fame trainers, and sharp analysts are breaking down this matchup with razor-sharp precision. What they see isn't just another title defense. It's a high-stakes puzzle that could end in a brutal finish.
Do you think Canelo is on the way out at the end of his career, given how he looked against Terrence Crawford? And what do you make of his fight against Mbilli?
I know Mbilli. We co-promote Mbilli with a Canadian company. And I look for Mbilli to not only beat Canelo, but to knock him out.
You think Mbilli's going to stop Canelo?
Yes.
Canelo hasn't really been stopped in his career.
I know, but Mbilli has the punching power to stop him.
Edgar Berlanga, though, didn't mince words when assessing Mbilli's chances. Having survived 12 grueling rounds with Canelo himself, Berlanga insists this fight won't stay competitive for long. In his view, Mbilli's high-volume, head-first attack plays directly into the jaw of a counter-punching genius. Berlanga pointed out a glaring flaw from Mbilli's past bout against Sergey Derenchenko, where an aging veteran with a torn bicep nearly ended Mbilli's night. If an injured warrior can land clean bombs on Mbilli's chin, stepping in front of Canelo without defensive movement isn't just risky, it's reckless. Berlanga expects Canelo to make quick work of the undefeated contender.
Speaking of Canelo, you think he beats Mbilli?
yeah, I think he's going. If Canelo's who he still is, I think he'll beat him easy work. I don't find Mbilli to be. Listen, he fought my brother Sergey Derenchenko. Sergey Derenchenko tore his bicep and still hurt him in the later rounds with one hand. Come on, man. Like, and that dude fights. He fights right. He's right there on you. You know what I mean? Like, there's no really skill. It's just toe-to-toe type stuff, and that's what Canelo loves. He loves a fighter that stays right there and fight.
So have you spoken to Canelo since y'all fight at all?
One time last year, I seen him at the gala. And he looked at me, he was smiling, I hugged him, and he was like, yo, beautiful. Campeón, he was telling me like, champ. He was like, and he kept telling me discipline.
Respect.
Yeah.
You think you'll still be around when you get back up there and you touch a belt?
Yeah, I think, honestly, if we fight Munguia, we beat Munguia, I think he'll give me a rematch.
Max Kellerman views this matchup through the lens of tactical history. He argues that while Mbilli's relentless work rate looks intimidating on paper, elite counterpunchers consistently turn aggressive pressure fighters inside out. Unless a challenger possesses elite range control and hand speed to keep Canelo at bay, trying to bully the Mexican icon inside the pocket rarely works out. Kellerman notes that Canelo's timing acts as an equalizer against physically dominant opponents. While Mbilli will undoubtedly try to turn the fight into a grueling dogfight, Kellerman believes Canelo's ability to set traps and pick precise counters will neutralize that brute force early.
With a young
let me tell you why.
Let me finish. I'm gonna go in there with a young monster like Mbilli.
Yeah.
Mbilli? Why would I do that?
I'll make
He's gonna fight Shiraz. I'm telling you that
I'll
right
make
now.
the argument because Mbilli might be easier. You can't use the word easy with Mbilli.
Nothing's easy.
Okay.
Nothing
It may be a more winnable fight than Shiraz. Shiraz is tall with range. Mbilli comes right at you. Canelo at this point in his career, remember when he was coming up, Dre, he used to go to the ropes.
Yeah.
So he could counter you off the ropes with power. A guy like James Kirkland came right at him, destroyed. right? Then as he got older, he became a seek and destroy guy, but he wasn't that originally. And now that his legs are not the same, he likes guys to come. It's a better styles matchup for him. So I'm reminded, there was a guy, Provodnikov, Ruslan Provodnikov, gave Tim Bradley hell in the fight of the year. I called that fight.
That's a fact.
And Provodnikov, I remember talking to Roy Jones about it. We were both working HBO at the time, and we were talking about something about Provodnikov, who's a very beatable fighter, but the last guy you would want to have to go through hell with. And Roy was like, no, you don't want Provodnikov, even if, yes, there are guys who can beat him, but you're going to have to pay a price. So that's what Canelo, it comes down to. Would you rather fight a guy like Shiraz, who might have a better chance to actually win, or would you rather fight a guy like Mbilli, who's just going to put you through hell?
Did you see you, Max? I'm with you. If you talk to people in boxing circles, a lot of people will tell you he doesn't want to fight Shiraz, and that's their opinion. Like Max said, he's tall, he's long, he has a great jab. He's a big guy. I mean, he was dying to make 160.
David Benavidez sees a completely different outcome brewing. As one of the most feared pressure fighters in the division, Benavidez believes Mbili's non-stop engine could pull off a massive shocker. He points to Canelo's noticeable drop in output during the second half of fights, where his work rate tends to slow against persistent pressure. Benavidez argues that if Mbilli can withstand the early artillery and maintain a punishing tempo, the momentum will shift drastically in the championship rounds. In a war of attrition, Mbili's relentless volume could push Canelo into uncharted territory, forcing the legend to fight purely on survival instincts.
Last one, Canelo's gonna fight.
Let's get him. Yeah, the Canelo fight. He happened to announce it today. He's fighting in Riyadh in September. What do you think about that and the fact that he decides to announce it this weekend?
Who's he fighting?
Yeah, Mbilli.
Nobody wants to see that shit. You guys want to see that? I'm not trying to be a dick, bro, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to see that shit. Who the fuck is Mbilli? You know what I mean? I think he would have been better if he would have fought Diego Pacheco. You know what I mean? Diego Pacheco has a way bigger name than Mbilli. But I don't know, bro. You guys keep asking me about it. This is a monster weekend. This weekend, you know, we have great fights. Not only do I have it's a great main event. The whole card stacked. You got Oscar Duarte, Resendiz, Munguia. It's gonna be a hell.
Teddy Atlas zeroed in on the technical flaws that could decide this fight in a split second. Breaking down tape on Mbilli, Atlas highlighted a fatal habit. Mbilli throws wide, looping power shots while leaving his center line completely open. Against average opposition, raw power overwhelms opponents. But against a master technician like Canelo, throwing wide is an open invitation for disaster.
What the good comes with the bad comes with the good. The good, he never stops. He's always coming, always. And he's attacking, and if you're not up to the challenge, he's gonna break you. The bad is, he's always coming the same way. He's always coming one-dimensionally in the front door, and he's not hard to find because of that. The one thing I would love to see, and he's got good people with him, but could someone teach him how to get away from an uppercut? Because that's going to continue. If he got hit with one, he got hit. If he got hit with one, he got hit with 201. I mean, every time Martinez threw the uppercut, he landed. Where Martinez came up short, he should have put something with the uppercut. A quick short left hook. Something. Just something instead of hitting him with the uppercut only. Hit him with something right behind it. He didn't. But man, he hit him with a lot of uppercuts. Mbilli landed his too, but both went to the body. That's Mbilli's thing. Put pressure on you, go to the body, get in your chest, be like Henry Armstrong. Just keep coming and don't stop and break the guy down. It was a great fight.
Atlas predicts Canelo will duck under those broad hooks and split Mbilli's guard with sharp, direct uppercuts. In Atlas's eyes, Mbilli's greatest strength is also his biggest weakness, and one mistimed swing could result in a highlight reel knockout.
You wonder how long Mbilli can do this. I want him to get paid because a guy like that can't have a long career. You can't. It's just, you don't need Teddy Atlas to tell. There's got to be a shelf life on that. There has to be, because of the way he fights, because of that style. Floyd Mayweather can fight into his 50. Oh, by the way, he does. He fights into his 50. He could do that for a reason, because of his style, because defensively and all those things. And Mbilli, because of his style, offensively dedicated, one way, coming forward, there's going to be a shorter shelf life on that. He's going to have a kind of like in your business in the NFL. The running backs, what is their usual shelf life? 5 years? I mean, right?
Absolutely. A lot of tread on the tires there at that position.
Yeah, so that's the one thing they got to be cognizant of. Give these guys a rest. I'm an advocate for that. I'm a trainer, but I'm also a human being like everyone else out there. I care about the fighters. Give them a rest. They took a lot of punishment. Give them the rest.
Sean Porter and Jaime Munguia offer a perspective only fighters who have faced elite power truly understand. Porter emphasizes that relentless volume only works against Canelo if set up with a stiff, commanding jab. Without a sharp jab to blind Canelo, Mbilli will walk straight into severe body punishment.
And based on what I saw, again, Mbilli could be in some Fight of the Year contenders if you match him with the right fighters. But I don't think he beats Jaime Munguia. I think Munguia is better than him. I think Munguia has a better jab, and he could fight at more ranges. He could work combinations on the outside and on the inside. I think he's got better conditioning than Mbilli. And, you know, Mbilli can be found defensively. But, you know, I don't want to dump on Mbilli. He's definitely fun and good for the division, good for boxing. I don't think he presents any issues whatsoever for Canelo. I think that could look like the James Kirkland fight. Maybe a little more competitive because he's bigger and bringing more thump than James Kirkland, but he's kind of tailor-made for Canelo, even with Canelo getting older.
Yep, I feel the same way. He's not in that upper echelon of fighters right there, 168, or just in terms of being a champion in general. He fits the bill. And he's on paper becoming that guy, but stylistically, you got somebody with a good jab that's strong, and he's gonna have some issues. Stylistically, he got somebody that can take a punch like Derevyanchenko and can return something a little bit harder. You're right there in the line. You're right there squared up, as Tim said before the fight started. Fight's very square, which makes you a complete target. And you know, I think that he's gonna have some problems trying to get a world championship title. They might be able to, you know, fish and find one for him, especially right now at 168 with the way that it kind of is. But yeah, we talking about Canelo. That's number one, a fight that don't nobody want to see right now, but also a fight that we see a lot of holes in his game, and we not gonna really like the fact of
Munguia echoed those concerns, recalling his own battle with the legend. He warned that Canelo's physical strength, precise punch selection, and ring presence crush an opponent's confidence early. Both fighters agree that without defensive disguise, Mbilli's aggressive surges will only expose his body to Canelo's devastating left hook.
Obviamente, creo que siempre busqué la pelea. Creo que gané los primeros rounds, iba muy bien hasta que llegó el quinto asalto y me agarró. La verdad que me sentí muy bien, nunca me sentí lastimado. Creo que es un peleador con bastante experiencia y pues la verdad yo creo que no contento con el trabajo que hice, pero creo que es una buena experiencia y pues ni modo, la cara en alto, hay que seguir trabajando fuerte.
What did Canelo Alvarez surprise you with his condition in the last rounds, with everything that he did in the last rounds, and do you think he will give you another shot?
Bueno, yo creo que, como te digo, empecé muy bien la pelea. Empecé ganando, yo creo que los primeros 3-4 rounds. Después de ahí, él, pues, me empecé a meter en su pelea, lo empecé a empujar, me empecé a caer, pues, en su juego. Y pues fue, pienso, lo que me llevó a este resultado, ¿no? Pero la verdad que tenía una gran condición y cerró muy bien la pelea.
Roy Jones Jr. brought a historical perspective to the debate, comparing Mbilli to classic brawl-first warriors of past eras. While those action fighters make for thrilling nights and electrifying television, history shows that master counterpunchers almost always solve the puzzle. Jones noted that Mbilli relies heavily on athletic toughness and brute force rather than technical adjustments. Against a fighter of Canelo's pedigree, toughness alone has a quick expiration date. Jones warns that unless Mbilli reveals an unexpected unexpected secondary game plan, the veteran champion will systematically dismantle his momentum step by step as the rounds progress.
You know what I mean? He ain't even at 168. You know, when you look
Right, not now. It's at 175, yeah.
he probably can't even make 168 no more. When you look at these fights, you know, especially coming up, you gotta be realistic. You gotta, you know, say, all right, you know, how big is this dude really is? Because David Benavidez, he can fight his ass off, you know. And I told him that a long time. I told him that when, you know what I mean, before I fought his brother. You know, I said, man, dude, you can fight, dude. You're gonna do big things. But the dude gonna come in at like 200, 210. You know what I mean?
Stephen A. Smith focuses on the mental drive fueling Canelo entering this bout. Following a tough loss to Terrence Crawford, Canelo is fighting with something to prove to critics who claimed his era was over. Smith believes a motivated, focused Canelo is the most dangerous version of the legend. Instead of cruising through a routine defense, Canelo needs a decisive, dramatic victory to erase recent doubts. That psychological edge makes Mbilli's wild aggression a prime target, as Canelo aims to re-establish his status as the ruler of the division with a statement win.
Now, you've probably watched Canelo for years in some of his biggest fights, but that night, did you get a chance to watch after your fight and really examine his fight with Crawford?
Not a lot. We was in the dress room and was watching a little bit, but not a lot.
Did you see, you know, some people said after the fight, obviously, a lot of critics were like, maybe he's finally getting to his age. You know, he started very young, you know, as a teenager. He's not old in terms of age, but he started much earlier than most fighters would go pro. Did you see anything in yourself as a fighter that said, you know what, I see might be a little bit of a step off?
Of course, he started very young. I think he was 16 years old.
15
years old. He have a lot of fight now. I think his performance he's going down, but he's still very dangerous. I think it's perfect timing for me to beat him.
This showdown presents a classic clash of styles. Unstoppable pressure against elite counterpunching precision. Will Mbilli's furious pace break down the champion, or will Canelo prove once again that timing beats raw power every single time? As fight night approaches, one thing is certain. When these two powerhouses collide in the center of the ring, somebody's night is ending early. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.